Let's be real, the world of AI is crowded. It feels like every week there's a new tool, a new subscription, a new must-have. So today, we are cutting through all that noise. We're going to figure out which AI subscription is actually worth your money in 2026 as we compare four of the biggest names out there: ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and Perplexity. You know that feeling, right? You're juggling like a dozen different AI tools, you're seeing those monthly charges add up, and you're just not sure what's worth paying for anymore? If that sounds like you, well, you're in the right place. We're here to bring some clarity to the chaos. So we're putting four heavyweights into the ring: the famous ChatGPT, the creator's favorite Claude, the powerhouse Gemini, and the research specialist Perplexity. We're going to break down what they're good at, where they fall short, and help you figure out which one is the right fit for you. All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to kick off with the 2026 AI Showdown. Then we'll dive deep into each one of our contenders: ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and Perplexity. And then at the very end, we'll deliver the final verdict. Let's get into it. First up, we have to talk about the one that really kicked this whole thing off for most of us, right? ChatGPT. For a long time, it's been the go-to, the daily driver for just about everything. But the real question is it still the king? So here's the deal with ChatGPT now. It's still a fantastic tool for your day-to-day brainstorming and analyzing documents. But, and this is a big but, it comes with a serious trade-off. Its thinking mode can be painfully slow. I'm talking over 45 seconds for a single response. And a lot of people are finding the latest 5.2 model is, well, kind of rigid. You have to be super specific with your prompts to get the good stuff. But let's look at the key features. It's got a 400,000 token context window, and a token is basically a piece of a word. So that massive number just means it can handle and remember really, really big documents. It also has some powerful modes like deep research and agent, plus the canvas feature to help you map out workflows. But honestly, the real standout feature for paid users is building your own custom GPTs. And that really brings us to the verdict on ChatGPT. Here's the bottom line. If your main reason for paying is to build and use custom GPTs for very specific tasks, then yeah, the upgrade is totally worth it. But for pretty much everyone else, there are frankly just better, faster, and more efficient options out there now. So, while ChatGPT is trying to be that jack of all trades, our next contender is a master. Meet Claude, which is really positioning itself as the undisputed champion for creators and for coders. There's a real consensus building around Claude right now. For anyone whose job involves writing, whether you're drafting marketing emails, writing articles, or even trying to debug some tricky code, Claude is setting what many are calling the new gold standard. It just gets the nuance in a way others don't. And you can see why when you look at the features. They are seriously business-focused. The desktop app alone is a huge win for your workflow. You've got projects to keep things organized, and then these incredible features called artifacts and skills, which let you build little apps and automations without having to write a single line of code. It's an incredibly powerful tool for professionals. But of course, it's not perfect. The two main drawbacks are its context window, which is about half the size of ChatGPT's, and the fact that it can't generate images at all. So if you need visuals, you're going to have to look elsewhere. But for pure text and code, it is very, very hard to beat. All right, let's talk about the big comeback kid, Gemini. This is a tool that not too long ago a lot of people were overlooking, but now it has become a true powerhouse, especially when you start throwing different types of media at it. And this right here, this number is the whole story. 1 million. That is its token context window. It absolutely dwarfs the competition. This makes it the undisputed champ for processing massive documents, analyzing hours of video, or even sifting through entire code bases. It's just on another level. So with Gemini, you're looking at a classic trade-off: immense power versus personality. It can handle pretty much any amount of data you throw at it. But its creative writing can feel a little dry, a little robotic sometimes. It's also still playing catch-up on third-party app integrations, which might limit how you fit it into your workflow. This quote just says it all. Before the Gemini 3 Pro model was released, a lot of people felt it was just okay. But that update was a complete game changer. It took Gemini from a maybe to an absolute must-have for power users, and it makes that paid subscription a really compelling offer. Okay, our final contender is a totally different kind of beast. Perplexity isn't trying to be an AI that does everything for everyone. Instead, it has carved out a very specific, very powerful niche for itself as the ultimate research specialist. This is its whole identity.
If you need fast, up-to-the-minute information and, crucially, you need to know exactly where that information came from, Perplexity is your tool. It's a game changer for anyone doing deep academic dives or financial research where trusting your sources is everything.
And everything about it is built for researchers. On the paid plan, you can actually choose which AI model you want to power your search. You can set up recurring searches with a feature called tasks, organize your work into different spaces, and even tell it to focus only on sources like academic papers or SEC filings. It's incredibly focused.
And that leads us to a very, very clear verdict. Is it worth paying for? The answer is yes, but only if you are that specific type of user. If you're just asking general questions or you need help with creative tasks, its answers often just don't feel as impressive as the other AIs we've looked at today. It truly is a specialist's tool. Okay, we've put all 4 contenders through their paces. We've seen the good, the bad, and the very specific. Now it's time to bring it all together and hand down the final verdict. So let's just boil it all down. This chart really tells the story. Each tool has a clear lane. ChatGPT is for custom bots, Claude is for professional-grade content encoding, Gemini is for when you have a mountain of data, and Perplexity is for research with citations you can trust. Your choice really just comes down to what you need most. But if you had to put your money on just one subscription, if you had to pick one tool to use day in and day out for most professional work, the expert pick is Claude. It just hits that perfect sweet spot of power, quality, and usability for the things most of us do every day. So, to make it even simpler, here's your decision-making guide. If your job is all about content or code, choose Claude. If you are drowning in data, spreadsheets, or video files, Gemini is your answer. And if you live and die by citations and real-time facts, Perplexity is the one for you. And hey, one last thing, a little bonus pro tip. Once you pick your AI, you're going to have a new problem. What do you do with all the amazing stuff it creates for you? A lot of pros are now using tools like Recall. Think of it like a personal AI encyclopedia that helps you find and connect the dots between all the articles, videos, and notes you save. It's the perfect companion to your main AI, because the question is no longer just which AI to use, but how you manage the incredible intelligence it unlocks.